guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Rosa, and on this channel we make plant-based food for you and your family to enjoy. So I was thinking, lately I have been making so many bread recipes, all right? And they're on my website, thedivinechef.com, and I just had a feeling for something like sweet. I wanted like a bread kind of recipe, but except for nice and delicious and sweet. So I came up with a recipe that I know you guys are really gonna enjoy. And since it is the summertime and blueberries are abundant out here and they're so healthy for you, I decided to make a delicious blueberry loaf. So let me show you how to put that together. Before we get started, be sure to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius and line an 8x4 loaf pan with parchment paper. So to the bowl, add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and you can use all-purpose gluten-free flour as well. A 1/2 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. In a separate bowl or cup, you're going to add 1 cup of unsweetened plant-based milk. I like to use almond, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil or any neutral oil. Give that a whisk. Add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and give it a stir till it's just combined. To the bowl, you're going to add 1 cup of frozen blueberries or 1 cup of fresh. And just fold those in lightly. Bake the loaf for 50 to 60 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clear. All right guys, so our blueberry loaf has cooled. I let it cool for a couple hours just to make sure it got set, and I actually ran to the store and had to grab some almond milk so that I can make the glaze. So let me show you how to make this lemon glaze to go on top. So to the bowl, I'm gonna add 1 cup of powdered sweetener, and I have 2 tablespoons of citrus here, or lemon juice. So we're gonna add that, all of that at first. And you're going to get it to a glaze type consistency. See that? So you may or may not need the almond milk. So that looks pretty good. I see that's pretty good. Let me taste it. It's nice and tangy. Maybe I won't add the almond milk. Now you can do both. You can do half of the lemon juice and half of the almond milk if you want it to be more of a creamy texture. I like it like this where it's super tangy. So either way works. On the website you can see the recipe there as well. But I think I'm going to keep it like this. So now we're just going to glaze it. You can just pour it all over it, or you can do it by spoon. We're just going to do it like this today. This is the easy, lazy method because I just feel like doing it this way today. I put a piece of parchment paper on the side so that when it drizzles, it won't go all over the table, of course. So definitely put something underneath it. All right guys, so it's all done. I think the glaze set up good enough. This time I made the glaze a little thin. Now you can play with the recipe and add more powdered sweetener to it and then kind of get it thick like I have on the website. But this time I just did a light glaze for the night. So let me cut into it and show you what it looks like, okay? So it's nice and moist. My blueberries fell to the bottom. As you can see, I'm dressed differently. It's the next day. When I made the loaf yesterday with the frozen berries, I didn't incorporate the berries properly in the mix, so a lot of them fell to the bottom of the loaf, so it got kind of heavy. It was tasty, but it was still heavy and it wasn't right, so it didn't rise properly. So make sure whenever you're blending, especially frozen berries inside the batter, incorporate it evenly and then pour it into the pan evenly so it's well distributed, okay guys? So right now I made a new loaf, as you can see, and so I'm going to make the glaze to go with that loaf, guys. So let me show you how I put that together. So for the glaze, we're going to add 1.5 cups of confectionery sugar or powdered sugar. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons each, give or take, of lemon juice or lime juice and plant-based milk. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of each first to see the thickness of the glaze. Because you don't want to add too much, because if you add too much, the glaze won't be nice and thick on top of the loaf. So that was about almost 1 tablespoon each. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a little bit more plant-based milk because I smell plenty of the citrus in there. So maybe like a half a teaspoon at a time till you get a nice mixing consistency but thick. Almost there. Now I think I'm doing a little bit citrus. Try to just balance out the flavors, guys. And even if you add a little bit too much of the liquid, you can always add more powder sweetener. So you can't mess this up. I think that's where we want it to be. All right, guys, so the blueberry loaf is all glazed, and I topped it with a few little limes and some frozen berries, which it's not really a good idea to top with frozen berries because they started melting, so I prefer to use fresh ones. Anyway, it's gonna taste delicious no matter what, so we're gonna cut it and give it a try, okay? Look at that, so pretty inside. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna take the second piece instead of the end piece. I'll save the end piece for my hubby. Nice and fluffy. Man, it looks so good. I'm gonna get a blueberry. Just like I remember. So delicious. It's like basically like a blueberry glaze pound cake. Is what it tastes like, and it's so delicious, guys. It's moist, it's sweetened just the amount of sweetness that you need, not too oversweet at all. So guys, you can find this recipe link in the description, and you can find it on my website at thedivinechef.com. And while you're over there, guys, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and buy one of the ebooks that I have there. I have about 7 right now, and also click on the little link on top of the tab that says buy me a coffee. That's another way you can support the channel. So with that being said, I'm Rosa, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.